Hello.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to A Couple of Sassholes podcast. I'm Brooklyn Johnson.
And I'm Heather Terry.
And for anyone who doesn't know, this is our power hour where we talk about fucked up people doing fucked up shit, usually for fucked up reasons or sometimes for no reasons at all.
That's right.
As you chuckled. And it made me chuckle and I couldn't stop laughing.
It's my favorite thing.
And it's
shimmy and the shake.
Shimmy and the shake.
The shimmy and the shake.
Speaking
fucked up
of
people about fucked up shit.
Thinking about shimmy and shaking, there's so many things. First, we're shimmy and shaking to camping this weekend.
We are. And I was thinking about this on the way here.
With our husbands. I want to say, like, this is a group couple thing.
Yes. Double date in the woods. I haven't camped, like, out since I was 9. So that's 31 years ago. I am 50. No, I'm 50 years old. No, I am 40. So, yeah, 31 years.
Why so long?
Just never had the desire.
And now you have a desire?
And now I'm like, that could be fun. For real.
Which is crazy.
And it's for your birthday.
Yeah.
Because it's almost your birthday.
And
it's almost your birthday.
But also, too, I mean, I don't know. I think your husband's been wanting to camp. And I think that helps that you're getting the pressure from both sides. I don't know. Me and Travis were camping this weekend either fucking way. Where we're camping at.
Yeah.
Hillman Ferry is in Kentucky, obviously. I say obviously. This could be your first time tuning in. And we're located in Owensboro, Kentucky. And so we're going to Hillman Ferry. The leaves haven't quite started to change yet. So I'm curious to see like what's going to be going down in Chinatown. But luckily the temperature is dropping because it's been fucking hot.
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to it. It's like camping with amenities. It's not like you guys are putting me on the side of a mountain with a sleeping bag and you're like, have fun. Like, that would be
What
different.
are the amenities?
Just like, you guys are bringing your camper, so there is an indoor space.
Okay, so it's the camper that is the amenity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm asking this for future reference.
And like close to other things. Like, I looked at the website, and it's like, there's things around it. Like, you go by the firewood and all the things. Like, you're not taking me to the middle of
there's a lot
field. And like, you guys do like extreme stuff. Too. Like, you'll just, what's it called? Where you disperse?
Disperse camping. Well, yes, disperse camping is where we camp in the middle of nowhere without any hookups.
See, that would give me anxiety.
Doesn't have hookups. And Travis was like, all right, we don't have hookups. So he has been all over the place preparing. I'm always so grateful that he's like a boom, boom, pow on this one because I have been fucking busy and I haven't even really processed this. And I'm still like, how early will I be waking up tomorrow to continue to work to try to be able to leave and be chill?
Yeah.
So anyway, but this episode, so we're going camping this weekend. I'm going camping the following weekend. This episode, though, is going to be coming out for Halloween. I mean, technically the day before.
Yeah.
Because fucking Halloween this year is on a Friday, which means
so like today,
if
you're listening, Halloween's tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So happy early Halloween.
Yes.
It's time to be spooky.
Oh my God. It's always Halloween in my heart.
It's the same. So this story that I picked is, well, number one, what are you going to be for Halloween? Before I jump into my story.
I've been more thrifty this year, so I'm going to be resourceful and use something I have. Because for those of you who don't know, I have a costume closet. So, and
or a room.
I'm reorganizing, so right now it's a room. Anyway, but I think it's between like I have a bunch of inflatable costumes, and there's a couple I haven't worn yet. I might just be a T-Rex. We might do Beetlejuice again because we haven't done that for a few years. But Will can't stand the makeup,
right?
Because he forgets and then wipes his face when he eats. And then
I feel like when you do inflatable, it's really hard to navigate through the haunted house of the garage. As a random thought,
worth it. You're a random
like the
thought.
way we fucking do that. Like big costumes, struggle bus.
Yeah. What are you going to be?
So Heather and I are actually going to be emceeing an event. Our first time emceeing an event of this magnitude. It's like over 400 people. So fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So that is a whole like cowgirl theme. And that I can't decide. Like originally my plan was to be like a modern day witch because but I don't know if I'm going to be buying that much. I'm like you. I'm trying to be thrifty. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to end up being a fucking cowgirl, which I have no desire to be. But I would have just bought
excited about it.
A new fucking outfit. And it's not cheap because I don't want to look cheap because I'm an MC. So I'm actually buying nice shit for it. And I just can't decide if I'm like, am I about to drop $250 in bullshit clothing right now or not? So
all of a sudden she's like, every month, do you want to go to Nashville? I'm like, why? You're like, just cause.
Gotta use these boots.
They're made for walking. Mine are made for drinking.
Okay, so my story.
Oh, that's what we're doing here today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So my story came from my favorite person,
Me.
ChatGPT.
Oh.
Ow.
Wow.
I gotta take that watch off, man. People be trying to hit me up. I'm like, right now ain't the time. It ain't the time. Originally, this episode was gonna come out on like the 23rd. So it's kind of my birthday episode. Either way, bitch was feeling spooky.
Yeah?
So I was like, I need a spooky story. Keyword spooky.
So what you're saying is?
She's spooky.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I went into and I was like, this has to be complete bullshit. And I'm like, no, this is real. Like sometimes I just don't trust. I don't trust the internet.
What?
Yeah.
Everything on the internet is true.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just weird that I don't trust it.
Right.
Okay. So Al found it. Apparently I put details came from Wikipedia. Wikipedia instead of Wikipedia. Like literally capital like, E.
But like, you said eek and I was like, ooh. You said spooky, so eek.
I know. Like apparently that's where I was at. American Hauntings Inc. Appalachian History, WV Explorer, Gothic Horror Stories, West Virginia Tourism, because I needed to add a little info in here. Things that you can fist fight on how you say Appalachia or Appalachia, however you want to. Okay. I'm going to say Appalachia today.
Right. That's how I say it too.
So Travis said apparently if you don't live there, you call it Appalachia or Appalachian. And then if you live there, you say what's the other one? Appalachia.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I always say, yeah, it's because on My Favorite Murder, the podcast, that's how Karen said it. She said she learned because it's like, I'll throw an Appalachia. So that's how I remember how to say it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. So once more, this is perfect for you to tune into as you scoot your little booty to a nice haunted house experience because those are our favorite.
Shut up. Is this a haunted story?
So it's time for me to take you back in time because I love a fucking good time hop.
Okay.
And we are going to the Appalachian Mountains. All the crazy shit that happens out there literally gets my dick so hard when I think about the Appalachian Mountains because shit is crazy there.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. The rabbit holes just fuck me up all day, every day. I love it. So I was also super excited that this one happened to be there as well.
Okay.
I'm also terrible and I feel like older stories hurt a little bit less and I needed to be hurt a little bit less this week.
Okay.
I need some softness, which just is easier when it's in the 1800s. So it's January 1897. There's snowdrifts through the valleys of Greenbrier County, West Virginia, covering the bare trees, quiet farmland. It's one of those big, heavy snows that makes everything nice and quiet. Greenbrier County sits in the Allegheny Highlands. I should have Googled, had Google tell me how to say this. Allegheny Highlands is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Part of the larger Appalachian Range, mountains, hollows, thick forests, winding rivers, and deep valleys. In 1897, it's mostly farmland and forest with small hamlets scattered along the dirt roads. Travel was slow and difficult, obviously, because there's no cars, there's few rail lines, that reached the interior area, and most families were miles apart from their nearest neighbor. Because of the isolation, communities were self-reliant and deeply traditional. News traveled by word of mouth or occasional newspapers. Neighbors were everything. Gossip was currency, and faith mixed easily with folklore, which is why stories back then were always so interesting, if you ask me, because half of it was real, most of it was rumor. Most families, like the Heasters, who we're going to talk about in a minute, they lived in subsistent farms. So they grew what they ate: corns, beans, potatoes, apples, and whatever that could actually survive that rocky soil and unpredictable weather. Men worked in the fields or did manual trades like blacksmithing, logging, or coal work in more industrial counties. Women handled everything else. They did gardening, weaving, cooking, raising the children, caring for livestock, keeping the house. Fucking dreams, man. I swear. Take me back. I mean, I want to be able to have my own land as a female. Fuck the rules and laws of women in that time frame. But other than that, it sounded pretty great. Most people were poor, but they were proud. Mountain families valued hard work, faith, and reputation, and neighbors often help each other with harvests and barn raisings and everything. Now, as you can imagine, education. I was like,
when you do that, I can't even.
I can't. Sometimes I wish I didn't. Most of the times I actually did indeed wish I didn't.
I love that you do it. You're like,
yes. Like a ding-a-ling. So education was limited. Many rural schools only went through the 8th grade, if that. And then thinking about it though, like based on that time frame, what did school actually do for you in these type of areas? Like, yes, you need to be able to like read and write. Mm-hmm. That's always important. Right. But as for the rest of it, anything that kept you alive, you didn't learn in school. You learned working your family farms, and then tradesmen. If you were a fucking blacksmith, then your son was a blacksmith. And essentially it just seems like school isn't all that important, to be honest. Now, whatever, fight me on that one. But I won't even jump down the rabbit holes of modern day schooling and where that all came from. But anyway, important to know there wasn't a lot of schooling going on. Women's lives revolved around family and church, and their social status was obviously largely tied to their husband's work. Because whatever. Divorce was rare, and it was scandalous. Oh. We know that. Yeah, that's been scandalous all the way up until the fucking 70s, man.
Right.
Domestic violence was often dismissed as a private matter. Oh, no. Which we all know that. The people of Appalachian West Virginia lived in a blend of Christian faith and mountain folklore. They read the Bible by candlelight, but also told stories about ghosts, which they call haints. Never knew that.
What?
Witches and signs from the dead. Oh. So here are some of their common beliefs at the time, because once more, this shit's important. Omens and dreams. So seeing a bird at the window or dreaming of teeth falling out meant death was near. FYI, if you have dreams that your teeth are falling out, because I used to have horrible dreams about my teeth falling out, like utterly.
You did?
Oh my gosh, my teeth would crumble in my mouth and I would spit them out. And I'd wake up every time, like, touching my teeth to make sure my teeth were there.
Yeah.
And it's a concept of being afraid of change that you have your fear of change. At least that's what it was whenever I was doing some dream research when it fucking fucked my head up so much. So ghosts or haints, they believed that spirits were believed to linger when something was unfinished, especially murder or betrayal. Healing and superstition. People used herbs, and what I see here is granny magic for healing. So salves, teas, prayers, charms, all the things that probably actually did help before we decided to pump everyone with pills. Second sight. So dreams or visions were taken seriously. A mother's intuition carried weight, even in courtrooms. Like, what a fucking time to be alive.
Right.
Because so much of life was uncontrollable, death, disease, bad weather, spiritual explanations felt practical, not strange. So another thing to remember is that death was part of everyday life. So infant mortality was high, and even young adults often died from illness, childbirth, or just like a basic accident. Yeah. We didn't have antibiotics then. So you fucking get a bad cut and you're going down, unfortunately. Here are some other interesting things, okay? So when people died, the family usually washed and dressed the body at home, and they didn't have funeral parlors, which we see that because they used to take those creepy ass pictures of the dead. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like they were sitting up.
Yeah. What?
Like
I don't think I've ever seen one sitting up.
Yeah. They would take the person like they were still alive. So like if we died, they'd have you and I just in here like.
Oh, I want to be stuffed in this chair, but I want it higher so don't look as big. Thin me out a little bit when you stuff me. You don't have to put as much stuffing in. You know what I'm saying?
What a concept.
Yeah.
They held a wake in the house with the body displayed in the parlor or the main room, which I feel like we know of.
Right.
The coffin might be built by a local carpenter or even a family member, and that people would sit up all night with the dead, praying and sharing stories with them.
Like, you know what? That's kind of.
It makes like I like it.
It's just because like when people have a wake, like I personally want to be cremated, and that's what I would prefer, that people would sit up and like, remember when she did this or we did this, and like happy celebration of memories.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at that.
Like me just sitting right next.
But it'd be bizarre to be body. Like, remember when we? Oh, I forgot she's gone. Like that would be like.
Yeah.
No.
I think I'd struggle. Like, of course they stay up all night because they need to bury the person the next day, and I don't think I could fall asleep if like my dead mom was downstairs in the parlor,
and
I'd be like,
and then
my mom's pretty spooky. She's a little witchy. That bitch will be floating above my bed.
She would. She'd be like, "Do you want this jewelry?"
Right.
Let me play you this. All of a sudden,
I would just hear my dad screaming at me for like leaving my shoes on the floor or something.
All of a sudden, records start playing, and you're like, "Mona,
you know I don't like that band." Gosh. Okay, so now that I've provided a little bit of a history lesson and you know a little bit about what was going on now, it's time to get into our story.
Okay.
So we have Elva Zona Hester, or Heaster. I like saying Hester, but it's probably Heaster, who we are going to call Zona because that's what she went by. She was born around 1873. She was the daughter of Mary Joan and Jacob Heaster. She grew up on her family's farm near Meadow Bluff and would have spent long days churning butter, tending chickens, hauling water, and making and mending clothes by lamplight. I saw something like, well, I guess people were really argumentative on where she grew up. Like apparently Meadow Bluff turns into another part of something, yada, yada, yada. In case you see something that says she's from another place, apparently they all fucking hold hands. Whatever. Zona was 23 at the time of this story, and she was bright, kind, and soft-spoken. In October of 1896, a man came to town, Erasmus Stribling Trout Shoe. Okay, so let me tell you, Erasmus is Stribling is, I guess, a fucking middle name, and his last name was Shoe, S-H-U-E, not like shoe. And he went by Trout.
Wait.
So I'm going to reference him kind of as Trout.
So his last name wasn't Shoe Trout?
No. His nickname was Trout.
Got it. Okay.
But his last name is Shoe. And he's a blacksmith and he was looking for work. So he set up shop near Livesay's mill, and within days he had everyone talking. He was tall, handsome. Insert photo of both of them because yes. But he was a good-looking guy. He was also well-spoken, and he was always sharply dressed, which was kind of an oddity at the time, you know, in these rough fucking working hills of West Virginia.
Why do they care? Like, you know,
No, it's just shocking.
Yeah.
That anyone had money and that he was coming in here looking snazzy.
Yeah, it just sounds like they're doing a lot of manual labor and churning butter and shit. So, like, why is somebody coming in a 3-piece suit? Like,
right.
That's how, and a blacksmith.
And he's a blacksmith.
You wouldn't be like, put these shoes on my horse. Shoe, Trout. Like, what?
He met Zona not long after he arrived, and sparks flew fast.
Yeah.
Too fast, if you ask most people. Her mother, Mary Jane, didn't like him from the start. She said later that she had a feeling, something dark around him. But Zona was like, I don't care, he hot. And instead, within 6 weeks, they were married.
That's a little fast.
6 weeks. I haven't even showed you my crazy yet.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm still sucking in my stomach at 6 weeks.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm still like not even pooping.
I'm like, I just want a salad. Go home and eat chicken fingers. Like, that's where you're at 6 weeks.
The wedding was small, quiet, and quick. And by all accounts, Zona seemed happy, you know, for a little while, right?
Wait, were they waiting to bone?
I don't know.
In my head, I'm just assuming that.
I have no idea about their sex life.
About the sex. Okay. I was just curious because it'd be like, we can't because we're Christians.
I don't fucking know. On the cold morning of January 23rd, 1897. So imagine just so cold in the mountains. Trout sent a young boy.
I quit. We're done. We're done.
Hey, Trout sent a young boy named Anderson Jones, who sometimes helped around the house to check in on Zona to see if she needed anything. When Anderson arrived, the house was silent. He called for her. There was no answer. Then he saw her lying at the foot of the stairs. Now, I read /saw/heard that the kid almost ran into her body like the stairs were by the front entrance. So, like, in one thing, they're like, they didn't, you know, it took him a second to see her. And then in other ones, it's like he was walking in and basically almost like tripped into her. Though the house looked pretty big. So, once more, I didn't look at the floor plan.
God.
I know, I'm useless.
Just edit that out. I'm embarrassed.
Don't let people know.
Don't let people know that she didn't look at the fucking blueprints.
Right? I don't even know if there are any. Anyway, now I'm over here like, is the house still standing? Her feet were together, one hand stretched across her chest, the other by her side. Her head was tilted at a strange angle, and her eyes were wide open. Anderson ran straight to tell his mother, who then sent for Trout. Now, when he arrived, Trout carried Zona's, literally, like, he arrives, this shit happens, boom, boom, pow, okay?
Okay.
He arrives, Trout carried Zona's body upstairs and laid her on his bed. Sus. He dressed her himself. Sus. In a high-necked, burgundy dress with a stiff collar, tied a large bow and a scarf around her neck, and placed a veil over her face. Yes, Heather, your face looks
perturbed.
Yes.
From here down.
And all of that happened before the medical examiner i.e. a local doctor, because they probably didn't have those, made it there. So by the time Dr. George W. Knapp showed up to examine her, Trout was inconsolable, crying so hard that the doctor claimed he couldn't continue his work.
Oh.
So dead body at the bottom of the stairs.
Right.
Instead of waiting until the doctor comes to be like, what happened to my boo-boo? He takes her, brings her upstairs. The other reason why this is suspect was because he did it. And that's a female job. Like, I'm not saying only a female, obviously. If it was a husband and a wife and it was only them and they didn't have it except whatever. But that would have been her mom. Like, Mary Jane probably would have been the one cleaning her daughter's body and putting her in clothing, her particular outfit that she felt was the appropriate one. It was just so bizarre that he did it the way he did it as quickly as he did it.
That is weird. And it sounds like he's overacting.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Something's fishy.
So...
I'm done.
Okay. Wonderboy Media is not only the proud producer of this glorious magic imploring your ear holes right now, but they're also a big deal.
Get in touch with them today to make all of your dreams a freaking reality.
From using their bangin' ass podcast studio,
where we are right now,
to creating amazing videos and editing our content like the mystical mavericks they are.
Your podcast can go further when you have a Wonder Boy.
Hit up Drew today at WBOYmedia.com.
Or text him day or night at 270.
Just kidding.
Does your face look like a mugshot lately?
Then it is officially time for you to visit Hetef Aesthetics in Owensboro, Kentucky or Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right. Go see our girl Amber Teasley and her team because they'll have your face and your skin look like a damn filter.
And their staff is absolutely amazing. It's like a mini Botox party, which personally is my favorite. You leave looking fresher and you don't have a hangover.
Another good thing is that if you go in there and you tell them that a couple of Sassholes sent you, you get 15% off of everything.
That's unbelievable. So if you have been considering getting that glow up and making that ex jealous, it's time. Okay, so basically when Dr. Knapp had tried to examine her head and her neck, he physically stopped him. And I don't know if like the doctor was just like, dude, I don't get paid enough for this. Whatever. Mm-hmm. And he insisted that she had died suddenly from everlasting faint.
What?
Everlasting faint is a polite 19th century way of saying her heart stopped. Okay, so legit in a YouTube video that I was watching, they showed like a pretty script on a document, and I'm like, what a name. Everlasting Faint.
That's a good band name, too.
Right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't Heart Attack.
I mean,
I hope everyone's like really heart healthy if they did that.
It's the Kids Bop version.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Later, okay, and then this is weird, and I can't explain this, so just let me be.
I'll keep my mouth
Let
shut.
me be somebody who can't explain something. Later, the cause of death was changed to childbirth complications, though Zona wasn't pregnant. Apparently, a few weeks before she had gone to the doctor complaining of woman's issues, and which could have been anything a woman felt, because once again, there's like, women's issues was I have a headache, and they're like, oh, it's because you're dramatic.
Right.
I'm seeing hallucinations. It's your period. Yeah. Like, just fucking stupid shit.
Is it that time of the month?
Right. And there's like, even then, there wasn't like evidence that she was pregnant. So I don't understand.
So she might have had bad cramps, and they were like, woman's issues.
Right.
Okay.
But she also, I don't know. At that point, there was like no evidence of her being pregnant. Later on, I can't say that they looked into that either. So I don't know that they weren't autopsying, obviously. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they cut her open and like look to see if she was pregnant. But it also makes me ponder if she was pregnant. And my reason being for her being killed, you know, type of situation. Her body was taken to her parents' home in Little Sewell Mountain for burial. During the wake, Trout sat at the head of the coffin, keeping a hand on the pillow, or fucking, my bad, keeping a hand or pillow under her head at all times. How fucking weird. So I'm just like dead in my thing, and like Travis is just like holding my head.
That's weird.
The whole time.
I mean, people grieve differently, but this sounds...
Yes. And then, I mean, obvious, yes. He refused to let anyone remove the scarf around her neck, saying it was her favorite. He was dramatic, sobbing, pacing, holding her. But there was something in it that made everyone was uneasy. Even then, Mary Jane Heaster, her mom, right, couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Insert spooky music. I hope. That is that spooky
to me.
That's what is that from?
I don't know.
Why do I look at her? She doesn't know. She's so young.
Yeah, she's so
I was like, that is like way before my time. That's like the 50s.
Twilight Zone.
There we go. Fucking A. I couldn't get it. Okay. I was like, okay. After the funeral, Mary Jane began to pray for answers. And she said she felt Zona's spirit was restless. Then about 4 weeks later, it happened. For 4 nights in a row, Zona's ghost appeared at the foot of her mother's bed. A soft glow, the shape of her daughter, speaking in her voice. Each night, she told a little bit more. She said her husband, Trout, had a terrible temper, that he came home one night in a rage because she hadn't prepared meat for supper. They argued. He grabbed her by the throat and snapped her neck. Mary Jane said the ghost turned her head completely backward to show, so I would know the truth. She was like, he broke my neck and turned her head all the way around, which is why Trout kept holding her neck, her head up, why he wouldn't let anyone take the scarf off, while he specifically dressed her the way she was, because if your neck is broken, your head's just going to fall. Yeah. Yes.
Fuck that fish.
Right.
Yeah.
The Jonas Brothers. Zona's ghost said her neck was broken at the first joint, the vertebrae just below the skull. She said exactly where her neck was broken. Then on the 4th night, she said goodbye. Mama, they will find the proof. And she faded away.
How sad.
Very sad. Or I don't even know. I mean, it's so sad that obviously she was murdered.
Yeah.
But for her mother to be able to like experience that level of peace almost in this, it's unbelievable.
Peace, but also probably pissed.
Yeah.
Like
peace and pissed.
Peace and pissed.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So Mary Jane took this as divine truth. I am just going to say Mary Jane Heaster is a badass bitch. And I want to shirt this as Mary Jane Heaster is a badass bitch, and no one's going to understand shit. But she was like, I fucking know the truth, and I'm going to make sure everyone else does too.
Good for her.
She was the mom of the year. And I was totally thrown by this. The level that all of this is believed is like legit. It's like the Bell Witch, where you almost have to be ignoring what you're hearing or just not accepting to believe it. Like it is that in fact that this happened.
All right.
So Mary Jane Heaster, she marched straight to the Greenbrier County prosecutor, John Alfred Preston, and demanded that her daughter's body be exhumed. And she told him about the ghost, the dreams, and the details. At first, Preston dismissed her, which I legit was like, please fucking tell me you didn't believe her from like the absolute jump. He believed that she was a distressed mother. But when he started asking questions around town, everybody had a story about Trout's strange behavior. So he was like...
So he's like, sure, I'll look into it. And then he goes and asks questions. He's like, oh, so that he is kind of odd. Like
yes.
He
was an odd duck.
Yeah.
Yes. He had insisted on dressing the body himself, which once more wasn't a usual job, that it was more of a female family member. He acted oddly possessive and even joked about Zona's death before the burial.
Oh, no.
So Preston was like, you know what? I'm going to reopen that case.
Good for him.
That's what I'm saying. I told you I needed a soft fucking landing. I needed some people to believe some things and for some justice to be had.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good. And especially because you said in that area, they were very, like, they believed in that. So it didn't take her going in there for 2 years straight. Like, listen to me. This really happened. This really happened. He literally was like, sure. Okay, I'll look. And then he went in and came back and was like, okay, I actually believe you're legit.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to make sure I gave history to that time frame to be like, oh, they believe you.
Yeah, because most of the time they'd be like, sure.
Right? Nobody believes you now.
Yeah. So, like, good for that guy and good for her.
I agree.
Fuck Trout. Okay, I'm done.
Fuck Trout.
That's where I'm feeling right now.
On February 22nd, 1897, Zona's body was exhumed from the little cemetery on Heaster land. Damn, in the hardest. This blew me away. February 22nd. fucking cold as shit. Had to have been the harshest part of winter. Frozen ground.
I was thinking that when you said it.
And they were like, no,
we ain't waiting.
We are not waiting.
No.
Which I'm another reason to be grateful, because the level, like, once you're a skeleton, how can you tell?
Right.
The autopsy was performed in a 1-room schoolhouse nearby, and it took 3 hours. Which they say autopsy. At one point I had thought maybe he had murdered her because she was pregnant and he didn't want her to be pregnant, but it doesn't seem like that was at all the case. And it literally was because she didn't make the right meal for him. So stupid. When they unwrapped the scarf and the high-necked dress, they saw it immediately. Bruising around the neck, a crushed windpipe, and a broken neck. The first vertebrae dislocated from the second. Exactly as her ghost had described.
Wow. I had chills.
I know, it gave me chills too. The coroner immediately ruled it as a homicide. Guess what else happened?
What else happened?
Trout Shoe was arrested that exact same fucking day.
That's also good. They didn't have to be like, well, let's build a case first.
Right, 1897.
They were like, nope.
We had just gotten done fucking stoning women in Salem. For nothing.
Right.
So who fucking knows on that part?
Yeah.
The trial began in June of 1897 in the Greenbrier County Courthouse in Lewisburg. During the investigation, Shue's background had come to light. And guess what?
He did it before.
It wasn't pretty.
Oh.
He had been married twice before. His first wife divorced him for cruelty and abuse, which at that time...
probably unheard of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only was it like unheard of, I remember I really like reading books in this time frame. Mm-hmm. It's just a preference to get shit that's before the 1900s, preferably like 1850 and up until 1600. Though that's my frame of like, I love to read that shit. Mm-hmm. And they talk about how like the courts wouldn't even let you get divorced, even for cruelty and abuse.
Sadly, that's not shocking.
Right.
Ugh.
And so I was already like amazed that this woman was able to do it, was able to get divorced. And for that reason.
And did it.
Yes.
And actually had the balls
which means
to do it.
How bad must he have been to do it?
Yeah, that's very true.
Now, his second wife died mysteriously. Supposedly from a fall and a broken neck.
No.
I read that supposedly she had fallen down a flight of stairs and broke her neck.
See, whenever you said...
he broke her neck and threw her down a flight of stairs.
You know, when you said the bottom of the stairs, I thought like... because back then I've seen a couple movies where if people found out they were pregnant and they didn't want to be, sadly, they would literally say, I'm going to throw myself down the stairs. Like that was where my head went to that dark.
It's a very dark place.
Yeah, I know. I saw a movie where they did that and I was like, this is going to haunt me. It was like 12 years ago.
How do you not know that you're going to die?
Right.
I guess just guard your head and neck.
I don't recommend it. I just
when they did it in the movie,
she got hurt, but lost the baby.
Oh,
yeah.
Occurs.
Anyway.
In jail, fucking Trout bragged that he planned to have 7 wives.
Oh, fuck this
and he had said that Zona was his third. So that's kind of how they even found out that.
Because he had a big trout mouth. You can't talk about fish and I'm not
talking about fish. I'm not literally. This whole story isn't about a fucking fish who jumped out of a stream, married a woman, and broke her neck with his trout mouth or fins. I quit. Mary Jane Hester testified at the trial, and of course the defense team did what they really should have been doing, which was they tried to make her look like a superstitious mountain woman, delusional, grieving, and unreliable.
Yeah.
That's their job.
Yeah.
If somebody came up in here and was like, my ghost daughter told me, and then all this shit happened, like, I'd still fucking believe the ghost. But I get what you're trying to do here.
Yeah.
She never fucking flinched. Because why? Mary Jane's a badass. She said plainly, my daughter's spirit came to me 4 nights in a row. She told me what happened. Her neck was broken at the first joint. Even though the judge instructed the jury to disregard the ghost testimony, the combination of her story, the autopsy results, and Trout's past made the verdict clear. Erasmus Trout Shoe was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison at the West Virginia State Penitentiary in Moundsville. He died 3 years later on March 13th of 1900 during an epidemic in the prison. He never confessed, and I read that he was buried in an unmarked grave.
Well,
Well,
I don't know.
I know.
Oof.
Mary Jane Hester lived out the rest of her life in Greenbrier County. She never doubted what she'd seen. She said her daughter came to her because God permitted her to return, not for revenge, but for justice. Zona was reburied in her family cemetery, and her grave became something of a pilgrimage site for believers in the supernatural and the faithful alike. Today, near Sam Black Church, a historical marker stands by the roadside that reads, I want you to understand how truly believed this whole experience was, that there's a marker near the church in this county.
I mean, I believe it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I fucking fully believe it.
Yeah.
Here's what it says. Interred in nearby cemetery is Zona Hester Shue. Her death in 1897 was presumed natural until her spirit appeared to her mother to describe how she was killed by her husband. And I like how it says Edward. I just now saw this, that it says Edward. And I'm like, I saw Erasmus. So I need to see how that did that. Autopsy on the exhumed body verified the ghost's account. Erasmus was found guilty of murder. I changed it because it said Edward again. Only known case in which testimony from a ghost helped convict a murderer. The only known case in testimony that a ghost helped convict a murderer. That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Over a century later, the story still lingers, a mix of true crime and folklore, justice and haunting. Some say if you drive past the stretch of road late at night, especially in the dead of winter, you'll see a faint white figure standing near the cemetery fence. A soft glow in the trees, her head turned just slightly, as if she's still watching. Maybe she's at peace, or maybe she's still making sure her story doesn't get forgotten. Because justice doesn't always come from the living. Sometimes the truth has to be dragged up from the grave. And that is the story of the Greenbrier Ghost.
Wow. That's intriguing and sad and very interesting.
Right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure our friends on the Watch for Deer podcast have I think they talked about that with us offline.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I had to have seen something about this before.
And I feel like they've talked about, just with us in passing, about how they've driven down the road. I don't know, I could have had a weird dream. But
yeah,
I feel like, that's... Wow.
It's wild to think that, in the time frame that this whole thing happened, number one, I don't know, I'm always so blown away by just, folklore specifically, but also the concept of ghosts and the spirituality in a time frame where I don't know, I just feel like it was so contradictory, if you will, so much so they didn't believe in shit, but then again they believed in it so aggressively. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of a divide really between Christianity and then the spirit world. I guess it's
right.
The Holy Spirit, so there can be other spirits too, but it's it's kind of cherry picked out of what. Right. And that was before the spiritual movement, or during it. I can't remember when it started, but whenever mediums and seances and stuff took over, and there were a bunch of hoaxes, but so it's good that they actually listened and believed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think of it too because they were religious beings. Everyone was religious, right?
Right.
Obviously you couldn't live almost in a lot of places if you didn't believe in God.
Right.
So it was also interesting to me that they a lot of other people believe that ghosts are more devil and bad, if you will. But then in her statement, she's I'm able, the reason I was able to see my daughter was because it was God's will.
Yeah. And if that's how the connection was, because I really liked how she worded that. It's well, he did it. So
he's the reason I was able to talk to her.
So, and that her faith was so strong that worked. And it probably resonated with the rest of the people in the community because they felt the same too.
I'm also what the fuck was that like for the people who exhumed the body? And they're number one, I'm so impressed that the sheriff was fuck trout. Let's go. Take the time. Let's dig up a grave in the dead of winter that we just essentially put to rest a month ago. Let's fucking do it. Yeah. Let's just see. What does it hurt? Well, that was a lot of fucking effort.
Yeah, good for them. But the good part about that, not the good, but I'm sure it wasn't high crime. They probably didn't have 8 women murdered a week. So he's probably you know what? This is unusual.
That's weird.
That lady keeps calling the other day about the neighbor's horse running through her yard every time, and I don't feel like going to see Miss Simmons. Let's just go this way, like
right. And you know they had to do it by hand, by shovel, and it, like I just couldn't even imagine too if like what would have happened to this dude and to Mary Jane if that wasn't the case.
Right.
Like what if they did exhume her body and they were like, oh no, she had heart disease.
Yeah.
Like we opened her up and her heart was completely just obliterated or.
Yeah, she would have stood on her ground probably if she was so passionate about seeing. I mean, if it's your daughter and you truly think that your daughter can be 4 times, not once, because there's some people are like, oh, I heard my so-and-so came to see me when I was sleeping. It's usually a one and done. It's not a 4 nights in a row. I'm going to tell you chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. It's usually just I'm going to come by and visit, give a quick hidey-ho, and then float away.
Just wanted to say bye.
I'm going to bug the shit out of you when I die, just so you know.
Dude, hang tight.
Every night.
You say that, I'm like, yeah, if you die young, like old Heather is going to be lazy Heather, and you're going to float right on up.
No!
If you're 85 and you haunt me, fuck off. Fuck off.
I like how you're pre-mad about my old ghost haunting you.
That's what you say. I'm like, well, my goal is for you to die old.
Okay.
In which I think you're sleepy and it's time for you to go.
No. I'm going to hang out.
No.
I'm just like, you're going to go grab your water. I'm just going to move it.
Travis always asks this. He's like, would you rather be the first one of a group of friends to die and miss out on everything or be one of the last ones and have to feel the pain of all of your friends dying?
You've asked me that before. It's
You're
very
welcome.
deep.
And what did you answer?
I don't ever have an answer. I make that it makes my palms sweat just thinking about it because I always think I'm going to go first. So I just assume.
Oh, why is that assume? Why do you assume
Because
that?
then in my head, I don't have to prepare for the ladder. I don't have to prepare for the ladder. Like, I don't have to be like, I'm going to be.
Well, stop putting it in the universe. You're going to die first.
I'm not putting it out there. I'm just
I
answering.
mean, you're like,
you know what else I'm going to die from? Sliding. I swear when we start the episode, I am like at attention, like body boner. And by the end of it, I'm like, this is great. And I feel like I'm so slouched over. I'm like, because that was such a good story. I'm like, I bet this is really slimming angle, Jess. Like, I look really skinny.
I can never look at any of these videos, and I've never looked at a video in here and been like, damn, girl.
Damn.
You've been working out hard.
All of a sudden, Brooklyn texts me, can you please start eating again? That's not funny.
I'm over here like, when I would wear my skirts and shit, I'm like, girl, get back to jeans. Like, you don't need to be showing everybody all day.
Before we start, I'm like, Jess, could you see it? And she gets real uncomfortable. And she's like, no, you're fine.
Because Jess is like, I don't know what to say, but yes, I do see
I'm like, if you see it, just tell me.
You're like, I see it to here. So whatever's going on at this part of your leg, you need to come to terms with your own fucking leg.
I know. It's like,
that's how I feel, Jess.
Yeah.
Jess is like, that's a you thing. I don't know. Your skirt's to here. That's all I'm saying.
I know. And I'm like, tell me if it's lumpy or not. That's all I want.
She's like, don't fucking ask me that.
Like,
you know the status of your leg. Go sit in a chair with a mirror. Look at your own leg. I'm not here for that. I'm not here.
It's just like pancake
like,
batter. It's like cake batter. I got to know if it's lumpy. That's all. I got to know if it's lumpy. If it's lumpy, I got to get the lumps out or cover them up. This could be it.
Dude.
Look how big this is.
I think it's beautiful.
It's cozy.
It's very cozy. Our beautiful Sam's Club sweatshirt.
Okay. We've been sleeping on the sweaters.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by these. I like them.
The things you get excited about as we age is funny. Like when I got a new dishwasher, you would have thought that Will bought me a mansion.
I don't know if it's as we get older or if it has something to do with money. Like when I get a new fucking appliance, I'm like, that was hard-earned money, and now look at it go. I'm like, I'm excited about this sweater because it was an affordable sweater, and it's soft. Like, I'm over here just on the money train. I'm like, if it costs money, I'm excited about having it in any capacity.
Oh, no, it's just funny. Like, even, I would just be excited about appliances and never in a million years. I used to laugh at people like me.
But did you have appliances? Was this when you were living in, like, college and you were in, like, a trap house?
A trap house.
Dude, I fucking basically lived in a trap house in college. Like, I don't give a fuck. Where you're broke as fuck. It's disgusting. And you laugh at people because you couldn't imagine buying a new fridge because that would be 6 months of your bar income. Like,
I guess so. But even when I first moved in with Will.
Oh, no, I've been excited about appliances since I was like 9.
That tracks.
I'm like, fucking new washing machine?
And I'm like, they came out with a new flavor of White Claw.
I'm like, look how clean my dishes are. Anyway. Well, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget, like, rate, review, subscribe.
Yes.
Join us on Buy Us a Cup of Coffee, right?
Yep. Buy me a coffee.
I'm always going to say it wrong because I'm useless. I am absolutely useless.
Buy me a coffee / a couple of Sassholes. You can look for us on there. All the things.
Follow us on social media, man.
Social media, merch, TikTok.
All the shit. Check out our website.
Just all of it.
All the fucking shit.
That's fine.
We love you guys. This Halloween, stay safe. Always don't get too drunk where you're outside of your ability to not be taken.
That's right.
Always got to remember, everyone's trying to take you, especially on Halloween.
That's right.
Be safe.
Wrap it before you tap it. What? That's it.
And that too. That is
what? That's safe.
Don't get mad, y'all.
It's sassy.
We love you.
We love you. Bye.
Happy Halloween.
This episode was sponsored, edited, and produced by Wonderboy Media. Get the deets at WBOYmedia.com to see how you can make your podcast dreams a reality.
Help us out and be sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to our audio project. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at, of course, a couple of Sassholes.
Want more sass? Become a member of our Patreon for bonus content, merch, and more. Plus, we're on Cameo now, so there's even more ways to get the sass you need just how you like it. As always, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
Theodore, can I bet that guy?